but do not make the same mistake.
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Fall is in the air and the NFL season is
we'll use it. Got multiple depths.
Underway here in week 4. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A play fake. Now Young. Checks this down to Hubbard. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield, but all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. The Panthers hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
19, Tiger.
Out of the gun, it's Young. Eluding the pressure right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. You look at this Buffalo defense. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Young. That's taken in. It's Xavier Liggett. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 41-yard line. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good 1st step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll be touchdown in the end, but a big play on that one.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Young now. Escaping the pressure right. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Off-play action. Allen. He's got the connection downfield to Hamler. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Hey, if you want to do it a double day in a row, ain't no way.
Able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
Right.
Extra point by Bass.
They're excited as a motherfucker.
And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41.
70 Lions.
Young. Buying time to his left. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Buffalo 18.
Now Young. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Ed Oliver able to record his 5th sack of the season. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles, and they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That one out wide and intercepted. Pick made by Terrell Bernard. Bernard shows the agility. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And a nice job to break free.
Somebody close it. You want it open?
His momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That means somebody went in there and got something to drink and all that. Because there ain't no reason for nobody to close it.
Stop.
7-7, our score after 1. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2, as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
Damn, that bitch loud.
Allen off the play fake. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Jersey Jewell. And the Panthers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
That's all. You gotta let it think. You gotta let it do its thing, baby.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start.
Gotta let it do its thing, mama.
1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Let's do his thing.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards to pick up there. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now here's Young. He'll drop that down to Hubbard. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Well, he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense could get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Young going to give it up on the touch pass. Stops short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
2nd and goal from the 1. Hubbard. Looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
19, Tiger, 19. Shot alert, shot alert.
Young takes it on the sneak. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal.
Mustang 19.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this 3rd drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Allen now looks to throw. Shakir hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, 2nd down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's 2nd and 7.
56, 56.
Now Allen. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by J.C.
I pressed the wrong button.
And the Panthers are
Oh
going
my
to take
gosh.
over here up near the 40.
Oh my gosh, I pressed the
Second
wrong
straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Take over.
Young will set to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Now Young. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that run. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
That's a good effort there after the catch. He looked the ball in and then tried to get it to the goal line. What a nice tackle to get him down. But they're set up well now. 1st and goal at the 1.
Young to throw it. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Tap forward by Allen on the jet sweep. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. Two-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. This pass caught by Hamler. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now Allen going to change it up. Harrison will go in motion left. Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Has his man, it's Shakir. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. The tight end in motion right. Allen going to go on 4th down. Being chased out left. And that's going to be incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Panthers will get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
He's got his guy. It's patting over the middle. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. Young going to give to Brooks. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's go.
Off the play fake, Young. Got a man, that's Liggett. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
To throw, Young. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Gregory Rousseau. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. And we're back now in Charlotte. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. That's quickly out to Harrison. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, 35 yards. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for two. Allen will try to throw for it. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. They go play action. Young. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Patton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down. Now a give. It's Hubbard going left. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. This defense really clamping down. Although they're losing the game still, this second half has been theirs.
And they're winning it. I almost equate it to being a boxer. And whenever you see a good fight, the guy who is on his toes and doing the punching, that's the guy who's winning. And that's the way they're going at it defensively now. Much more aggressive in their calls, much more aggressive in their pursuit.
Here is Young. Going right side here, and that's complete. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory. Down at the 31. They run out of the gun with Brooks here. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, check that. Street.
Throwing. Young. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. And just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Brooks.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Young to throw it. And it's caught. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Yes, what?
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Chuba Hubbard with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Panthers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. They motion the running back out left. It's complete. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Allen going to throw. Throw left side to Kincaid. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
From the gun, it's Allen.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. And again, it's Allen. That is caught by Shakir. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Here's 1st and goal. Here's Allen. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dalton Kincaid, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills are back within a score.
Yeah, babe.
When I'm going to take a bath.
You're supposed to be taking a bath with Ava.
Set for a big 2-point conversion.
All right.
Allen. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 2nd and 6. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He's going to get it again, just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring it up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you see key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And Young's going to throw it here. Flushed out right. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the